England Nation.
All right, welcome back to New England Nation. Time for our roundtable. Taylor, Rosie, Gresh, and myself. First question, guys. How important is a hot start? We saw last week the Patriots drove down the field, couldn't get points after that long Damian Harris run. Dolphins came right back down and scored 7 on their first drive. Gresh, how important is an early lead for the Pats?
Yeah, I think it's vital, Maury. And look, it's obviously setting the tone for what you want to do offensively. There were a lot of things that they needed to work on. A lot of folks are focusing on the fumbles, and that's easy. It's the penalties and the negative plays on first down that really contributed to stalling some drives. So, yes, I think that opening script, the first 15, you need to go down, whether you get it on the kickoff or not. Got to go down and put 7 on the board to build confidence, especially on the road.
Well, we almost saw a fourth quarter comeback from the rookie quarterback, and that's not something that you want to do every single game, especially with a younger offense. So I agree with Gresh. You got to start off hot, but I still have a little bit of faith in Mac Jones that maybe if they didn't fumble that ball, they probably would have won that game in the end.
I'd have to agree with that, and I think you can't disagree with anything that Rosie and Gresh just said as far as getting off to a hot start. Very important, especially with the bad taste in their mouth that they have from last weekend. They want to forget about that as fast as possible.
Both quarterbacks coming into this one 0-1. Mac Jones, it seems like he played much better than Zach Wilson, even though they're only 1 week into their careers. Gresh, who would you rather have right now?
Oh, Mac Jones all the way, because he's a specific fit for this offense, as we highlighted in the play breakdown. Here's the thing about Zach Wilson. There's a little bit of that kind of early 2010 Cam Newton in him, in that the mechanics aren't great, but he's just so overwhelmingly athletic, he can make a bunch of throws. But always remember, your greatest strength is your greatest weakness. Yeah, we'll see some flash plays from Wilson, but the athleticism is going to get him in trouble. Our guy Mac plays within structure better right now than Wilson does.
I'm going to go with Mac as well because, Gresh, I agree with some of the things that you said, but also he came from a program like Alabama. You heard some of the guys on the Patriots team talk about how crucial that's been. Coming from a winning program, being in high-pressure situations already in college, and playing for a coach like Nick Saban, easily transitioning into a guy like Bill Belichick.
I don't think it's necessarily given that Mac Jones is the better quarterback right now. Sure, he's in the better system. He's got the better head coach and the better offensive coordinator. I think that's why right now the pendulum has swung in his favor. Zach Wilson, in the type of NFL that we see right now, if you can make plays with your feet, you can do so much more with your offense. I wouldn't count out Zach Wilson right now. All right, Rosie, talking about fantasy football, a lot of people play out there. Who is a Patriots player that you must start today, and who's a player on the Patriots team that you would hold off?
I'm going to go with J.J. Taylor, the running back. I think he's going to get a lot more touches this week, obviously, because Ramondre Stevenson fumbled, but they're going to go with him a lot more this week. We saw how explosive he was last year. Can't wait to see what he does this year. As far as not starting, I would go with Hunter Henry, just because the chemistry between him and Mac doesn't seem like it's there yet. Give him another 2 weeks to kind of develop there. Anyone else? I'm not so sure about that. I would start Hunter Henry. I think he's going to have a good week. I would also start James White, especially if you are in a PPR, the point per reception league. The guy would sit down as Nelson Aguilar. I am not so sure that 2 weeks in a row we're going to get 5 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown for Aguilar. However, if he proves me wrong, that's a massive development for this offense.
All right, final question I want to get in here. We'll start with Taylor and go around the horn. Is this the week the Patriots get their first win? And is it a must-win considering how good the Saints looked in week 1 and Tom and Tampa Bay are coming up right around the corner?
Yeah, you don't want to go 0-4, Maury, so I think this is crucial for the Patriots, and I think also being that it's in division that they need to get this win, and I think they will.
Yeah, I definitely think.
Yeah, for the division. It's all because of the division. Sorry, Rosie.
No, go ahead.
It's all because of the division and not anybody else out there. I really think at the end of the day, we're going to see a good Patriots performance. Going 0-2 in the division would be not a death blow, but it'd be tough to come back from if you're thinking of winning the thing.
Yeah, it's the Jets. It's a must-win, and that's easy. I agree with all of you. Maury?
I like it. Nice and succinct.